Gotta go.
Civil rights 2.
Civil rights for 2. Banned words. You've got it first. You've got it second. You've got it third. What are the banned words from the civil rights chapter?
Watermelon for black.
Is that word banned? -2.
Oh no.
Go, Brenda. Banned words.
Okay, so you couldn't call a white person trailer trash.
What?
Was that banned?
That's like what we.
That's an example. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give you some points on that. But there was an article that dealt specifically with banned words.
Yeah, the elderly. You can't call people elderly.
That's not the article. -2. Who's got it next? Ash. Who's got it next? Go.
Okay, so there were tests. It was California where certain words were banned from the questions.
What state was it, William? It was New Jersey. It was actually New York, so nobody got it right. But give me the banned words, because we're finally in the article.
Dinosaur. Midget,
Dinosaurs was banned. 1, 2. Dinosaurs, what?
Birthday.
Birthday was banned. Go.
What else?
4,
There was
3,
something with the old people
2,
also.
1. Gomer. Dancing was banned. Yes. Oh wait, that's Eve's group. Dancing was banned. So dancing, dinosaurs, birthdays, anything else? 4, 3. You got it. 2. Midget wasn't banned. -2. Go.
Wasn't it little person? Yes, little
Look back at the article from the New York Achievement Test. Junk food, Halloween. These were all, with the exception of junk food, religious kinds of things. Remember, some don't recognize dinosaurs because they're not in the Bible. Dancing can be a little too sexual. The idea of birthdays aren't always celebrated. Click it.
Oh, we don't get a chance to talk?
No, I think y'all were already out. Dancing, dinosaur, birthday, junk food, Halloween, those were all the answers. But no. Yeah, I think y'all did give me the last correct answer. Pick me a category. You're comfortably still in 3rd place. Make your move.
Let's do the Congress for 3.
Congress for 3. Ex post facto law, bill of attainder. Actually, y'all do have your hands up first. Y'all have it second.
The ex post facto is like you can't change the law after the fact. You can't come back to something after it already happened.
Explain it to me. I mean, really lay this out for me. What is an ex post facto law? It does literally mean after the fact.
Like,
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So explain how it works.
You can't use oversight. It's like, let's say something happened. Let's say a bill was passed that was meant to do the right thing.
Yeah.
You can't alter it after if it didn't do what it was supposed to do.
William, looks like you want to say something.
You can't enforce a bill in the past.
You can't enforce it in the past. You can't pass a retroactive law. Can you give me an example of a retroactive law that we talked about?
The sex offenders.
The sex offenders. 1, 2, 3. The sex offenders and the residency requirements. What's a bill of attainder? Y'all still have it.
Bill of attainder is an act of legislature that says like the Senate cannot pass a law making a person or a group of people guilty for a crime they already committed.
Let me make sure that we're clear on this. A bill of attainder is the legislature declaring somebody guilty, but bills of attainder are not legal under Article 1, Section 9. And ex post facto laws are not legal under Article 1, Section 9. Click it, Ash.
Easy.
Both are Article 1, Section 9, ex post facto, after the fact, a retroactive law. Bill of attainder, a law passed declaring someone guilty of a crime. Both are unconstitutional. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 51. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 33, 11, nothing, 1. Pick me a category. You're in first place.
What do you think? Civil rights for 5 points.
You think I'm kidding? People aren't going to get points if you don't have any points on the board. Click it, Ash. Voting rights test. You have it. You've got it second. You've got it third. They opened the category to list all you can. That's why they're first. That's why you're second. 5, 4.
The jelly bean test.
What's that?
The jelly bean test.
The jelly bean test. What is the jelly bean test?
To count as many jelly beans as possible in a jar.
And who would they give this to?
To poor whites or black voters.
Yeah, they really, really would. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why was this legal? Anybody in your group? 4,
Because
3.
they had to see if you were competent enough to vote, and they gave it to some people, and they said like if they didn't want you to vote, they say you got it wrong, but if you did,
Yeah, but why would they give the jelly bean
Because the
test?
15th Amendment,
What's the 15th Amendment? 5. You're right.
that
4.
you cannot just discriminate on race as
Race and what else?
Gender.
No, minus 5. Go. Give me a, other than the jelly bean test, give me a test.
Soap bubble test.
What's a soap bubble test?
So like you have to wash your hands and then you get the bubbles and you have to count all the bubbles and
And you have to get the right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically they would ask you how many bubbles are in a bar of soap, which is basically impossible. They didn't know the answer, the poll workers, so they could allow you to vote if they wanted you to or not allow you if they didn't. What does the 15th Amendment, why would this work under the 15th Amendment? Y'all have it.
The 15th Amendment says you can't discriminate against someone based on race, but that you
Race
can
and
for
what
other-
else?
Race.
But you can discriminate against them for other reasons.
Race
and...
and gender. No, 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 no,
I think
race.
y'all have it next.
Race and
Race and citizenships.
Minus 5! Ooh, Brenda!
Race and color.
And...
Color.
And...
Previous servitude or whatever.
Race, color, and previous condition of servitude. So the jelly bean test is off. The soap bubble test is off. There are 3 other tests. Tell me. Shh. Don't get close to them, Matt. What's the
old
grandfather clause?
Basically, if your grandfather could vote before the Civil War, then you were allowed to vote as well.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Were they denying you on account of race, color, previous condition of
No, they
servitude?
weren't.
They were denying you because your grandfather couldn't vote. And understand, a lot of slaves' grandfathers wouldn't have been able to vote, but also a lot of poor whites. So the key with these is poor whites, and William, you said this, and newly freedmen were not going to be allowed to vote. Give me another test.
Also poll taxes.
What's the poll tax?
States required men to pay poll taxes and keep a receipt for that election day.
Yeah?
And
then if they didn't keep the receipt?
then you would get the typical poll tax, which would be 12, and it would like accumulate. So it would be $1 to $2, which is present day $15.
Yeah, that's right. Typically, these poll taxes might have been a couple of dollars. It would be probably $15 or $20 today.
And then if you lost the receipt, you couldn't vote.
If you lost the receipt, you couldn't vote.
And then
1,
if you
2,
didn't-
3, 4, 5.
And if you didn't pay, it would keep accumulating.
And that was the cumulative. So if you didn't vote for 5 elections, then you would have to vote 5 times $2, which would be $10, and then you'd have to pay the $2 for the election you wanted to vote in.
Right.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Anything else?
Yeah, so the literacy test. So
What was the
basically,
literacy
you had
test?
to read and explain a passage correctly in order to vote, or you would have to answer questions that were based on like history of America. And
Can
had
you
to
give me an
write-
example of a video clip that we talked about
Yeah,
dealing
so
with this?
it was on Selma.
Selma. And if
So-
you remember, what did she ask?
So she was asking about the appointed judges in the court and
She
her
was
state.
asked to recite the preamble. She was asked how many circuit court judges there were, county court judges there were,
Right, and
and
then
then
to
she
name
was
them.
asked to name them. They could keep asking you questions. Go back and watch that video because there's stuff in there. Y'all are just about in the lead. Touch the house. Pick me a category, Brenda.
We got one.
All the Pictionaries are out there.
Y'all want to do Pictionary?
Well, you got to find it first. Gotta go though. Gotta go. Pick one.
Just say it.
Presidency 1 point.
Big spender.
They don't
Wow.
want to-
Presidential term limits. I do think it's you, and then it's you.
they serve 4-year terms, and then if they get reelected, they serve another 4-year term.
Okay. Anything else?
The only president to serve more than 2 terms is President Franklin Roosevelt.
That is true. What actually is the amendment that dealt with presidential term limits?
22nd.
It is the 22nd. And William, what does it say?
No person shall serve more than 2 terms.
Okay.
And more than 2 years of a president that either out of office or dies.
22nd Amendment actually says that you are limited to being elected twice, and you can be elected twice as long as you don't serve more than 2 years of a term to which somebody else was elected. If you do, you can only be elected once. Click it, Ash. 22nd Amendment, President can serve 2 terms, and up to half of a term someone else was elected to serve. Touch the House. William, pick me a category. You are in first place, barely.
Which two? Articles for 1.
Oh, big spenders, man. Articles, click it. Residency restrictions.
Oh Lord. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, babe.
Isn't it for like sex offenders?
Go ahead.
So like they can't be within like a 500-mile radius of like.
500 miles.
I mean,
500 feet.
500 feet.
500 feet. Now, y'all are comfortably at the same level this whole time. 500 to 1,000 feet of what?
Like school zones
Schools.
or anywhere where children are present.
Children can gather. Anything else that you can maybe be a little more specific? Schools?
Playgrounds.
Parks. There's kids.
And like residencies.
Residencies.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what
minus
they do.
one. Yeah,
Whoa!
minus one. Go ahead, touch the house. Go ahead, Merge. Or you want to say something about residency restrictions? I was going to move on.
Yeah, I was going to say something.
Go ahead.
About eminent domain, like that your house, that if the government wants to pay you off, like you can't, for like whatever reason, you can't just like disagree with that. You have to agree with it and take their money. That counts as a restriction, right?
Does anybody know what Merge's talking about?
Minus
one.
Oh my god!
Okay, Eves' group is back down to 0. Actually, y'all gave me the last correct answer. Actually, no, it was y'all that gave me. Pick me a category.
Can we do the Pictionary for 5?
Well, there's no Pictionary
Well,
for
there's
5.
the blank one for 5.
No, that's just not a category.
Oh, then let's do the
I've never had Pictionary go this long without coming out.
5 for Congress.
5 for Congress. Click it. Reasons for high incumbency.
High incumbency.
Yeah, we talked about this briefly. William, you'll have it next, but they've got it now. 5, 4.
So incumbency. So if you're in office and there's somebody else for the Senate, if there's somebody else is running, you have the higher chance because you've already been in office.
Why?
People know your name.
Because people.
Name recognition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the #1 reason. And that's actually how Eddie Murphy got elected in that Distinguished Gentleman movie, was name recognition. What else can you tell me? 4.
They have easier access to like campaign finance and government resources.
What does that mean?
Because they're in office, they already have money. So someone else new running for office, they won't have as much money to do
To help like promote their campaign and
yes.
everything to try and get elected.
What's that look?
Keep going.
Okay.
You're close, but I'm still not quite hearing it. Anybody in the group? Maria, don't leave them hanging. Zoom in on
Yes,
Maria.
please.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Franking privilege.
What is franking?
Look it up. Franking privilege and fundraising privilege. What?
-5, go. You get it wrong, it's minus, yeah.
About 90% of incumbents have been reelected.
Yeah, 90% is actually a fair number on this, but what are the reasons why? 5.
They have higher visibility than other candidates.
Yeah, I think we've kind of dealt with that.
We
4.
have to focus more on not messing up.
3.
Franking.
What is franking?
They get free mail purposes.
Franking means that you get free mail, free printing, free postage, which is something that Miss Matawala slept through. Anything else you can tell me?
Gerrymandering.
What about gerrymandering?
It's a tactic used by political parties to redraw voting districts to give them an electoral advantage.
Gerrymandering is a really good answer here, and if you remember that rigging elections article, Obama criticized it, and he said, wait a minute, he said, elections are about picking your elected officials, not your elected officials being able to pick your voters that are going to be voting for you. Take a good look at rigging elections. Anything else? 4.
Racial gerrymandering.
Okay, I don't need that. That's not really a reason for incumbency. Go ahead, touch the house. Go back and look at this, because remember, if you get over $200,000 in salary, your challenger's got to quit their job. That's what I was looking for on this. Name recognition, y'all gave me that. There were several things that we had gone over that day. Your staff allowance. The challenger doesn't have any staff allowance. Y'all kind of started talking about that, but be a little bit more specific. You gave me the last correct answer. Pick me a category.
Which do Congress for 2.
Congress for 2. The big spenders continue. Finally! I need somebody from your group to come draw.
Ooh, I'm not a good driver, that's all right.
No, do it.
Actually, somebody that Bifu has not given a single answer.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
He's been behind the scenes.
I mean, you draw. You got it. You got it.
Yeah,
Okay, now dictionary, you can't say or write anything. Come on down. You just need to draw the picture. That's what I need you to draw. Got it? 1 minute now. Right here. Right here. 1 minute now.